Hey, this is local Charleston, and who knew when we started this channel 2 years ago we would try so many amazing and unique places. But one of the weirdest things about this whole culinary journey, some of the best places we've been to are in strip malls and shopping centers. But it kind of makes sense because they're not paying exorbitant rent and can put more money into the food. So I'm going to give you a list of 10 great strip mall shopping center restaurants, but stay tuned to the end where I give you my top 3 restaurants. Let's check it out. I'm a Charleston native. I love to go on cruises, travel to amazing places, and enjoy local cuisine. This is local Charleston. Now I have to admit that I could be a little judgmental when it came to restaurants and strip malls and shopping centers. I always kind of deemed them lesser than regular standalone restaurants, and that was foolish because many of these restaurants are really awesome. Let's start with Gray's. They're located in a Mount Pleasant shopping center. Now, while the exterior was plain Jane, the interior was very nice and the food is really good. Check out these buffalo shrimp tacos. They were quite tasty. The shrimp were plentiful, and it had that nice buffalo heat you're looking for, and those blue cheese crumbles sprinkled throughout help give you that nice cool down. The prime rib sandwich here is really good too, with plentiful tender prime rib, fried onions, and a nice horseradish sauce on the top. I enjoyed it with a tomato bisque that was very rich and creamy. Now the true star at the restaurant is this lobster mac and cheese. You absolutely have to get this because it's the best. Plentiful lobster throughout, and somehow that lobster flavor is all throughout the mac and cheese. To me, hands down, this is the best item on the menu, and you should definitely get it if you go here. Located in an Isle of Palms shopping center next to a Harris Teeter, the Long Island Cafe is probably the most fancy place we've ever eaten inside a shopping center. Now this crab stuffed shrimp was the best both me and my wife ever had. And there's no filler in this whatsoever, folks. That's 100% crab meat, and the shrimp were really nice in size. They have great sides here too, like this coleslaw, which was definitely not too sweet, which I enjoyed. They also had these garlic mashed potatoes, and that garlicky flavor was just swirled all throughout. Now, while this crab stuffed grouper might be on the pricey side, it's one of the best things I ever eaten, and let me tell you, it was worth every single penny. I really enjoyed their corn on the cob, which was nice and buttery and had cumin, which gave it a nice spice. Hush Puppies is one of Somerville's newest seafood restaurants located in a shopping center with Home Depot. A great starter are these ragoon rolls with blue crab, cream cheese, and sweet chili sauce for dipping. Fried to a golden crisp, they're just the right size for an appetizer. Not too small, but not too big so as to spoil your meal. The loaded seafood fries are a decadent delight, loaded down with shrimp and blue crab, creamy cheese, and of course, everything's better with bacon. The portion size on this is quite large, so don't be surprised if you're getting that to-go box to take some home. TJ's Crab Grilled Cheese may be simple with its ingredients, but it's an explosion of flavor. It's just crab and pimento cheese on Texas toast, but man is it good. The cheese on here is definitely ooey gooey. Combining shrimp, crab, and pimento cheese into a croquette was just a really good idea. And these cheese grits had the perfect level of cheese and the right texture. Now, if you're a fan of seafood rolls, this shrimp and crab roll is going to definitely meet your needs. Look how loaded down it is. It's just packed with seafood. Up next, we travel south of the border, meaning West Ashley, to the Molino Supermarket. These carne asada tacos are just loaded with meat. Look at all the meat inside that taco. And they make their tortilla shells in-house. Of course, they provide their own special sauces like a spicy avocado sauce. And the prices here are super reasonable. You won't break the bank on this place. You're going to definitely save some money. Now, one of the best items on the menu to me are their birria tacos. And I think, in my own opinion, they are the best birria tacos you're going to get in the Low Country. They are cheesy, bursting with flavor, and they have that wonderful consomme sauce for dunking. On Tuesday, they have a deal where you get a giant pizza box filled with tacos. That'd be great for any office party. And don't leave here without getting a cup of their ice cream. Some of the best I've had. Really fresh and tasty. La Cuisine du Chevalier, or Le Chev, is located in Somerville in a public shopping center next door to a Domino's. This is classic French cuisine in a casual atmosphere, like these duck coq au vin dumplings, which remind me a lot of the very popular soup dumplings that are out right now. This playful take on shrimp and grits uses lardons and Gruyere cheese as its ingredients. The flavors on this were rich and unique, and I'll tell you this, the portion sizes of the shrimp were very generous. That's a nice sized piece of shrimp right there. You will not go away hungry. Now their steak sandwich here is very good. I think it's that Gruyere cheese that does it. It just gets so super melty, you can't resist it. And the steak is just how you like it, nice and tender. The Dauphinoise potatoes are proof that Le Chev is not afraid of cheese. These are fingerling potatoes in a bechamel sauce covered with Gruyere cheese. They are opening a second standalone location in Somerville, which my wife and I will profile later. Two of the best restaurants in Mount Pleasant are located right next door to each other, and that's Spice Palette and Iggy's Pizza. Let's start with Spice Palette, a very popular Indian restaurant. This papadum is nice and crispy and comes with some great sauces for dipping. These samosas are nice and large and packed with that spicy lamb meat. Make sure you share these with friends because they're so big, if you have two of them, you might get too full. The garlic naan here was delicious, and they offer 13 different varieties of naan bread. That's pretty incredible. Now I like spicy food, and this chicken dish only had 2 peppers, but I didn't realize when I said it only had 2 peppers, that was still quite hot. I was tasting the heat throughout most of the day. When you go here, I definitely recommend you get the tandoori chicken. This is the best chicken I've had all the way across the board. It's everything you're looking for. Perfectly nice and golden, covered in spices, nice and juicy. You can see that steam coming off of it. This is absolutely, I think, the best chicken you're going to find anywhere. Now, directly next door to Spice Palette is Iggy's Pizza, yet another one of Mount Pleasant's most popular restaurants. It's a family-run restaurant that the locals love. Most of the people working here know the townspeople by their first name. Get Your Greek On is their Greek salad, and this is a small portion. I mean, look at the size for a small, and my wife said that all the ingredients here were super fresh. She really enjoyed this salad. If you're looking for a nice light summery dish, this is a great choice. Now when you go here, be sure to get the garlic bombs and sauce. They were perfectly crispy and garlicky, and that marinara sauce is tomatoey and zesty. It's a great start to your meal. I would be happy just eating these. Now it's a very bold move when a restaurant only offers one flavor of wings. However, for them it works because these wings are absolutely amazing. Super tasty, nice and crispy, plump and juicy. I could eat an entire bucket of them. Now, as long as the base sauces are the same, you can get a half and half pizza. And I started with the fiery one. It's got papadou peppers, crushed red pepper, pepperoni, and loads of ricotta cheese to help cool it down. Now, for the other half of the pizza, I got the knockout, which is their basic spin on a hot honey and pepperoni pizza, which is very popular these days. The crust on their pizza is absolutely heavenly. The first of my top 3 are Miles & June's Yakatori, located in a strip mall in Somerville. Mama Miles is a great hostess, and she will make sure that you have a really good time here. Now I know broth usually isn't very exciting, but this is the best broth I have ever had. I really wish they would sell it in jars. I would definitely buy it. Now, as I'm showing this video to you, you're going to see a lot of skewers, which is one thing they're really known for. Of course, it's a Yakatori, so these are your Yakatori skewers. But they also have a full menu. So even though I'm not showing it to you, there's plenty of other Japanese dishes available other than their skewers. But believe me, you're going to want to try these skewers. Now, this crispy pork isn't a skewer, but it's absolutely delicious. Pretty much every type of meat is represented in skewer form here. From beef to pork to shrimp to scallops, they have everything. And part of the cooking process is what makes it so good. You get the smoke from that grill and they coat it in their sauce. It's really, really, really worth checking out. Now let me show you my favorite skewer of all. They're bacon wrapped quail eggs. These are absolutely amazing. That crispy bacon around that egg is just the perfect combination. The egg is nice and runny. You get all that smokiness from the grill. It's a flavor explosion. Now, many people come here for a special occasion. That's because of Mama Miles. She's a vibrant, charismatic character with a hearty singing voice. And one of the greatest things you can ever have is for her to sing Happy Birthday to You. And she also sings throughout the evening. She's as much of a reason to come here as the food, and of course she likes to come around and bring everybody free sake shots. Now you really should get their honey toast for dessert. It's a really great dessert. And it's really weird because it has red bean ice cream on, which sounds kind of off-putting, but it's really quite flavorful and delicious, and the cinnamon highlights really bring it all home. My number 2 of the top 3 is Betty Lou's Bistro in West Ashley. And this is a place that you're going to definitely want to make reservations for, because I saw people being turned away at the door and having to wait outside. They have the absolute best fried green tomatoes I have ever tasted. They are not the least bit soggy, nice and crispy and crunchy with that balsamic reduction and goat cheese over the top. It is amazing. You have to have these in your life. Now, my wife doesn't like rice, but she went ahead and got this scallop risotto, and she absolutely loved it. The risotto was perfectly tender, and the scallops were cooked to perfection. Now, I got their fried pork chop and sausage gravy, which came with lima beans and rice. And it is the hugest pork chop I have ever got. I couldn't finish it. I had to take half of it home, but it was all cooked perfectly tender and tasty. The last of the top 3 is Mondo's Italian restaurant on James Island, located in a shopping center. And they have weird rules here. Make sure they don't take reservations and they don't take parties greater than 6 people. Their complimentary focaccia bread is flat out outstanding. Nice and tender and soft and just loaded with all kinds of herbs and flavors. Some of the best bread I've gotten at a meal. This was the first time my wife and I ever had arancini, and we were not disappointed. It was very good. Loaded with cheese, ooey gooey, soft rice, and the sauce on here was very zesty and flavorful. Now, I enjoyed their rigatoni with a gorgonzola cheese sauce, and it comes with a choice of protein, so I chose spicy sausage. That gorgonzola cheese was just so flavorful, and the sausage was nice and tender. It was a delicious meal. One of the absolute best dishes that Mondo's has is their manicotti. Now, you can get this with a traditional red sauce, but it is far, far more superior with their creamy white sauce. It just takes the cheese level on here to a level I can't even begin to describe. It's just cheese upon cheese upon cheese. If you're a cheese lover, definitely get this. And they offer their pastas 2 different ways. You can go traditional al dente or get it nice and soft if you don't like chewy pasta. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and get a chance to go try some of these amazing places. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and follow. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps to grow the channel. And we put out a new restaurant video each week. And as always, thanks for watching.